What up, y'all? I'm back with another video, and I'm here to do my 20th installment of albums I recommend. Y'all know what this is. This is albums that have dropped more recently that I have checked out myself, but did not review, but felt that I should still let you guys know that they're out there if you don't know about them, and recommend that you check them out. Because if I was to recommend albums that have just every album I've ever heard from the past, and we're talking like the whole past from since I've been alive, of course, albums that have dropped since I've been alive, albums that have dropped way before I was even a thought. Hell, even albums that dropped, yeah, before even my parents were around. It's like, yeah, like I'd have so many videos, and it would become overwhelming because I'd be like, damn, I gotta do. But of course, I can always go back to those albums and tell you to check them out if I do like a classic album review or something like that. But album recommend installment number 20. Let's go ahead and get right into it. I have, I believe I have 10. I believe, um, yes, 10 as usual. At this point, I have 10. And the first album I'll talk to you about is Dr. Octagon, an exploration into modern day horripilation. Dr. Octagon is Cool Keith's alter ego. From what I understand, this is a bit of an eerie hip hop record, but at the same time, uh, it is a bit of it's hardcore, a little bit of horrorcore, but not horrorcore like um, I don't not horrorcore like what I guess some people think horror is, like H0H09909, the duo, that alternative hip hop slash rock duo. Um, but yeah, I definitely recommend you check this out if you like that cold, hard, kind of horrorcore, just eerie boom bap hip hop. This is for you. The next album I want to talk about is Kali Uchis, Isolation. I really wanted to review this. I really wanted to like this album more, and I do like this album. I just didn't fall in love with it the way I was hoping to. So I was kind of not disappointed in the album. Just um, I'm just thinking to myself like, why don't I love this? But I do really like this album. Definitely recommend you check it out. Kali Uchis, you've seen her featured on plenty of artists' music, and for her to come through with this neo soul type or alternative R&B slash neo soul album, it's like this is definitely something different in 2018, especially from a um, alternative R&B artist like herself. The next one I want to talk about is Maya, TKO. Again, back to R&B artist, female artist. Uh, more of the traditional. I don't know if they traditional R&B, but more of what you would expect to hear from alternative R&B artists. Um, this is more on the what you. Hmm, it's not like Kali Uchis' album. It's more like kind of like Tinashe's Joyride, just a little bit, just without the experimental side to it. If you ask me, uh, but yeah, more of the not typical, like it's generic, but more of the alternative R&B that you'd be used to hearing from an artist, especially a female artist. The next album I want to talk about is K-Rino, Mightier Than the Sword. K-Rino is one of the most underrated MCs of all time. He's one of the greatest MCs of all time. People talk when they talk about Southern hip hop, and they talk about especially down in Texas. People that come to mind are Scarface and the Ghetto Boys, Pimp C and Bun B, UGK, um, Zero, but it's K-Rino. K-Rino is like he's right there if you ask me with Pac. Like the Pac of the South, Pac of Texas is people say Zero, it's K-Rino. K-Rino and Pac are Zero's two biggest influences in the first place. So it's like, yo, like K-Rino, Mightier Than the Sword. Definitely check this out because if you like Pac, if you like Zero, older Zero, I mean like Zero from the mid 90s all the way up until like 20, 2008, even in like 2010, 2011, check this out. But more so zero, mid 90s, early 2000s, into the mid 2000s. Definitely check this out. Next, I want to talk about is Dabrye 3/3. Dabrye, I believe he is a producer who. This is a bit of an alternative vibe, but it's still that traditional boom bap, but with an alternative twist to it. You get features from guys like I think John Wayne was featured on here. Just a slew of some of my favorite artists, and I'm pretty sure it's some of y'all's favorite artists as well. So definitely check this out. It's like he hosts. Speaking of which, Styles P, G host. Styles P, this is his first album in like some years now, right? Well, I don't want to say it's his first album since like 2010, but I feel like it's his first album since like 2012, 2013 for some reason. I could, I'm not sure when his last album was, but this is my first time hearing a Styles P solo album at least. And it's just Styles, like it's P. Um, well, no, it's Styles. P's up there. P's Prodigy. Um, but yeah, definitely check this out because to hear an OG spitting like this and not trying to get on beats that are more modern and not necessarily his style where he would kind of sound out of place, maybe if he did. So for him to be on beats that you'd expect him to be on and that he's more comfortable with, is very admirable. It's just straight up Styles P. So it's straight up hip hop. The next album I want to talk about is Chris Orrick, Portraits. Chris Orrick, formerly Red Pill from one of my favorite groups, Ugly Heroes, consisting of now I guess it's going to be Chris Orrick, not Red Pill anymore. Chris Orrick and Rebel Kent, and producer Apollo Brown, who is from Detroit, just like Chris Orrick is, and Kent is from Chicago. Um, yeah, Chris Orrick, formerly Red Pill. What was it? Instinctive Drowning. I think that was an album in 2016 when he was still Red Pill. Yeah, man. Like now he's here as Chris Orrick with Portraits. It's a picture of him, and this is a simple listen. It's very easy to listen to, and I can just enjoy this. It doesn't blow my mind, but it doesn't bore me. It's just a nice, smooth, simple hip hop listen. So I definitely recommend that you check it out. The next one we'll talk about is ASAP Ant. Little Black Jean Jacket. This comes through with some bangers. I mean, some bangers. Kind of at times eerie, some very lavish. Like ASAP Ant, man. He's one of the ASAP members that I fuck with. Like 12 and Ant, I'm more so fuck with them. Of course, Rocky the most, but I don't care about Ferg like that, honestly. Um, they're more. Um, Rest in peace, though, to Yams. Rest in peace. But yeah, definitely check this out, though. This is something else. 12 and Ant doing a thing. Of course, Rocky's about to do his thing tomorrow when the album drops. Testing. He's getting away from that that long live, that long last, and live love ASAP. He's getting away from that. And he's going with testing. So maybe this is a step in a new direction. But yeah, definitely check ASAP Ant, though. Little Black Jean Jacket. The next one I want to talk about is I don't even know how to pronounce this. Maybe it's Scarlxrd. Um, DXXM. If you like in if you like industrial music, if you like experimental hip hop, if you like something like a Death Grips, I'm not gonna say if you like something like a Sadistic or a Clipping, or maybe if you like horror H09909. Um, if you like horror and Death Grips, I think you'll like this. If you like Triple X and Tyshawn when he's on his head banging shit, then I think you should check this out because that is what this is. This is that industrial distortion based shit. Definitely check this out if that sounds like something you'd be into. And last but not least, Nick Grant, Dreamin' Out Loud. Nick Grant released a mixtape, and I want to say it was 2016. I want to say it was called 88. I'm actually about to check right now. He released something in 2017 though, and what can I say? That I even forget what it was called, honestly. Like, okay, Return to the Cool. Was that was 2017? I feel like it was the beginning of 2017 when I reviewed that. Um, yeah, January 13th, 2017. I remember being very disappointed with that project, kind of like I was with Dave East with Paranoia, except Dave East came back with Paranoia too, though. Don't get it twisted. But yeah, when 88 dropped and I heard that, I was like, yo, I'm sad that I didn't review 88 from Nick Grant because that was a damn good mixtape, one of the best of 2016. Um, but yeah, Return to Cool, I was like, damn, and I ended up reviewing that. It's like, you got, but this Return to Cool, Dreaming Out Loud. This reminds me a lot of Flatbush Zombies' album Vacation in Hell because it's a good mix of just straight up hip hop and some bangers. So great job, Nick. Better than Return to the Cool by far. Is it better than 88? I don't know about all that, but still, Nick Grant, he can rap, and I think he should be more popular than what he is. Hopefully, he will get there. But that's yet to see, and that's the 20th installment of albums I recommend. If you've heard any of these albums, let me know what you think about them in the comment section below. And if you haven't heard any of them, like I said, I definitely recommend that you check them out if it sounds like you'd be interested in these albums. Um, and if you have any albums that you want to recommend to me, not only to just listen to, but maybe even review, let me know in the comment section because I'm always looking for some new music. Doesn't even have to be hip hop. It can be alternative R&B, jazz, rock, metal, EDM, uh, house, even house music, uh, soul, funk soul. I like it. I like a lot of shit. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button if you like this installment. Please share this as well. And check the description so you can see my everything from my social medias, my email address, my freaking PlayStation Network name, so you can hop on there if you have a PlayStation 4. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on next time.